Hey, what's up? Here with another message. This is Dre. What's up? Hopefully your day is awesome. I had a great day today. Very relaxing. Uh, Today I want to speak about social courage. Now, one of the biggest fears that human beings have is getting up in front of somebody or a group of people that they don't know, introducing themselves, sharing a message, sharing what it is that they want to say. I believe that a lot of the problems that we face as humans is because we have an innate, stupid, and unwarranted fear of each other for no reason. I'll challenge you to challenge that fear. So, I now live in San Francisco Bay Area, right? And I've worked in San Francisco for some time with some great companies, right? Meeting all new people. I moved from the East Coast, Manhattan, New Jersey, and New York, that area, working there, playing there, living there, all the way across the entire country. And I did that with I knew no one out here. And so what I had to do was I had to meet new people. I had to introduce myself to new people. And I challenged myself to meet people that do not look like me, that maybe I don't have a lot of things in common with. And I tell you what, my world has expanded. Stupid social constructs like racism, like ageism, any of the stupid cultural isms that we have, reasons to discriminate each other because of labels and all the other foolishness, all of that stuff cannot stand up to us meeting one another, to us talking to one another, to us sharing our thoughts, to courageously stand up for something even though it's not popular, but it's just really inside of you. It's a level of personal integrity that we are lacking, that I've noticed. And it's something that if you have not met a new person in the last month, I challenge you to go meet a new person. I challenge you to know all of your neighbors in a realistic vicinity. I don't mean like get out and introduce yourself to the whole entire world, but just a different neighbor a week would even be good. Meet someone, show interest in another human being beside yourself and beside your family. Like, I walk through these cities in San Francisco, I walk through the cities in New York, and there's a stark difference between the two things. You know what? People in New York, like me as a black man, there's a lot of social things or norms about who I am before you even talk to me, right? So a lot of people, what I noticed is on one coast, for the most part, people acknowledge me, at least look me in my eye or stare and say, yeah, he's a human. I get the head nod sometimes like that, or I get that one, or like just one of these, or the most famous one is, people do those faces. So I don't know where they come from or why, but we do them, right? So I noticed in New York, people have a more and more eye contact, like you feel a part of them. In San Francisco, the Bay Area, everybody has these headphones in, they're listening to podcasts, they're moving and grooving. They don't even look anywhere else besides here. It is really crazy. And then the younger generation that I've met, because I like to meet older, younger kids, I met a kid who was 13 and he couldn't even look me in the eye when he was speaking to me. So maybe promote social courage or courage in your children when you're raising them to look people in the eye, to hold conversations, to speak with people who do not look like them, to explore things, because the things that are holding us back, the social constructs that are holding us back, they stand up very poorly when you get to know the individual on an individual basis. When you get to see that we're way more alike than we are different. And when meeting a new person is no longer a fear for you, it doesn't give you anxiety. When sharing your thoughts and your beliefs with others is something that you have the courage to do. Social courage can fix a lot. Give me in the comments some ideas of when you you know, you met someone and they were different than who you thought them to be. I think that that would be an awesome share, because people are afraid that they'll either be rejected, and sometimes you will, but the people who you can meet, the friends you can make, like now I have a thriving business over here on another coast just because I walked up to people. I went up to meetup groups. I went to Eventbrite to see what kind of people shared some similar interests to me, like exercise and working out. Also social things like hikes. In this region, you can hike, you can do whatever. And I always make it my job to work with people in a gym. Even if I don't have to work in the gym, I like to work in the gym to meet a lot of people. I like to go to gyms. I like to go to social gatherings. So see what you have, what you like to do, and go to those things and do those things, but do not stay in a small bubble. Small bubble's not allowed. I want you to walk up to a person, sit next to a person that looks a little different, say hi, how is your day going? Just simply ask that question. And I used to have a lot of anxiety when I was a little kid. I didn't like people, I didn't trust people. But over time, yo, some of the greatest people that I've met are people that I would have never ever spoken to, but I went out of my way to do so. Be courageous. In the comments, let me know what you're doing, and I challenge you to meet one neighbor a week. Peace. As always, you're greater than any past circumstance. You're greater than any you're greater than any past conditioning, greater than any current circumstance, and ultimately, you are responsible for sharing the greatest version of you with the planet. Peace and love.